Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to discuss one topic from the writing section, that is analytical paragraph. Now let's start this topic. Now this analytical paragraph, how it is to be written. Now this analytical paragraph, it is having actually three parts. Okay, when we write this paragraph, we have to write in three parts. One is introduction part, second one is body, and third is conclusion. Now introduction part is where you have to introduce, you have to write that on which topic this paragraph is to be written. Second one is the body of the letter. Body of the letter means the main contents of this paragraph. And the last one is concluding lines we have to write. We will discuss all these in detail. Now, introduction line. Now there are three parts, as I already told you. These three parts are describe the paragraph. Introduction is describe the paragraph, that on which topic this paragraph is written. Second paragraph, second para, it is to be written about analyze the trends. We have to write the summary of this whole graph, bar graph or a pie chart, whatever it is given, we have to write the analyze and write the summary. And the third one is conclusion overview, give conclusion. Now, vocab to start analytical paragraph. Now, what kind of vocabulary that we can use for writing this kind of paragraphs? Now, there are three tables given. The first table that is given in yellow color is, there are few words given. The given, the supplied, the presented, the provided. You can see that the second table, it is in blue and third is in pink color. So, we can pick words from each table to start writing the paragraph, like the diagram shows. First word from the first table, the diagram shows. The given table represents. The supplied graph indicates. The presented map expresses. This way you can start making the sentences. So these are the three words which you can use for writing the introduction of the paragraph. After that, you have to just write what it is all about. These are the starting words that you can use, and when you will read it again and again, that will be a part of your vocabulary. Now, in these third table, we are given some words like, it is delineate. Delineate word is, that is to describe something in great detail. Okay, and enumerate, it is second last word, enumerate. It is, the word meaning is to make a list of things separately. And third one is illustrates, to explain by using examples. So this way you can start writing the paragraph picking words from these three tables. Okay, after that some more vocab is, that is verb for increase. Like you can see in the graphs also, bar graph or the line chart or line graph, we can see there are sometime it is increase in the line is given, sometime decrease is given, sometime the stable is given, the line is stable. So which kind of word we can use for all this? Like verbs for increase, like rise, climb, go up, increase, rocket, jump, grow. These are verbs for increase. When we have to write the increasing trends, when we have to write the decreasing, we can use these words like decline, drop, dip, fall, go down, plunge, plummet. Plummet is also to fall suddenly and quickly. Plummet word is there. And verbs for stable, that is unchanged, static and constant. Actually this table is somewhat in disorder, but these are the words you can pick. Then some adverbs with these words can be used, like dramatically, sharply, steeply, moderately, markedly, suddenly, swiftly. These left side adverbs can be used for increasing trends, and the right hand side that can be used for decreasing, like moderately, slightly, slowly, steadily, gradually. All these can be used for showing the less growth or slow growth. Next one, it is given that these are again the same kind of words given, like for writing any line which is going down. So for this we can use the verbs like same, the decrease, fall, drop, decline, plunge, plummet. And for noun, sometimes these verbs can also be used as noun: decrease, fall, drop, decline, plunge. Okay, go up, same type of words: increase, rise, grow, double, so triple. Okay, climb, rocket, all these can be there. And same way the noun are there. No change, if there is no change, it is stable, the line is stable, we can write level of, stabilize, remain the same, remain stable, and all that. Okay, and if it is a constant change, like you sometimes see in the fourth, it is given a constant change. So we can say fluctuate, unstable, okay, volatile. These are the words we can use. And if it is this for showing the position, reach a high peak of, reach a low peak of, stood at, start, begins, end, finish at. So this way you can write. Now this type of sometime lines are given, line graphs are given. So here we are given, it is in different colors. Every change is in different colors. And we are given the specific words with different colors. In different color, all these words are also given. We have to just understand them and we can use these in our own analytical paragraphs. Like we can start the number of something, the number of people drinking pure water. Now if we want to say increase, so they are substantially increasing, they are decreasing, they are stable, whatever it is given, we can start with this and we can, suppose it is a red dot. So for red dot we can use stood at, constituted, made of, composed, comprised. Okay, we have to start writing the paragraph. Then now this one is the first line, it is given. Now as it is increasing, we can write grow, climbed, rose, stepped up, picked up, recovered. We can use these words. Then blue line is there. Blue line, it is reducing. So dropped, went down, decreased, declined, this way. Then again it is a sharp increase. So we can say shot up, soared, jumped, rocketed, escalated, doubled, trebled. It is not trouble, it is trebled. And quadrupled. Okay, this way it is increasing. And the next one, it is green line. Green line, it is stable. Stood at, stayed at, stabilizes at, flattened out at, leveled off at. So this way it is stable. And the next blue line, it is given. This is collapsed, slumped. Again it is a sharp decrease. So crashed, plunged, plummeted. All these we can use for decreasing trends. So this way we can explain the line graph. Now again some words are there for rise, jump, grow, climb, go up, increase, rocket. So verbs to describe increase, decrease. And if this is like, if it is increasing, sharp increase, so sharply, quickly, rapidly, steeply. And if it is somewhat like the second line, it is considerably, significantly, substantially. And if it is like the third line, almost slight increase, then we can say steadily, gradually, moderately. And if it is stable, we can write slightly and slowly. And how to describe the stable lines? Like stay, remain, stay constant, remain steady, maintain stable. Okay, so all these lines can be described. And then you can see this kind of lines are also given. A simple description. First, if we look at the first one, between 2004 and 2008. So this is a simple description. It decreased from 10 to 4. There was a drop of 6 units. 10 to 4. So there was a drop of 6 units. It dropped by 6 units. a decrease in the number of between 2004 and 8 from 2004 to 8. Like this you can start. These are all the examples given. Then if this is kind of graph given, the simple description, it started at 4, it peaked at 10, it dropped by 8 units. Okay, so this way you can describe the things. Now upward trend, downward trends, other vocabulary, fluctuating, remain stable, peak at, okay, reach a peak of, hit a high of, hit a low of. So all these are the words. You can use these words also. Now we are given 2 examples there also, like how to write, how to describe a line paragraph. Now this graph below shows the proportion of the population age 65 and over between 1940 and 2040 in 3 different countries. Now first of all, the thing is we have to read this graph carefully. Now 1940, 1960, 1980 year wise it is given. Below we can see that these indicate the lines Japan, Sweden and USA, these 3 lines indicating 3 different countries. There we are given the percentage, that how much is the percentage of 65 or more. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is given. Now how to describe it? Now the first line, if we see, introductory line, it is that what is this all about. This can be taken from the question also. The line graph compares the percentage of people aged 65 or more in Japan, Sweden and the USA over a period of 100 years. Okay, 1940 to 2040, so 100 years time, how much is the percentage of aged people 65 or more in Japan, Sweden and USA. This is the introductory paragraph. Now overview, it is clear that, now it is one overview we have to give. From this line graph, what we can just make an idea that it is clear that the proportion of elderly people increase in each country between 1940 and 2040. This is a general line. We have to talk about this whole graph, this line graph. Now there is increase in the number of aged people in the last 100 years. And Japan, now we can see this last line, blue line. There is a dramatic change in this blue line. So we can write Japan is expected to see the most dramatic changes in its elderly population. So this is all about Japan. Now how we will write the body of the paragraph. Now the third is, in 1940 around 9% of Americans were aged 65 or more. Now you can see in the paragraph, in these lines also, that green line, that is for the USA, and there you can see that 9% people were more aged 65 or over. Okay, and 9% compared to about 7% of Swedish people and 5% of Japanese people. You can start with the low number also going to the highest one, or we can start with the highest and coming down to the lowest one. Now the proportion of elderly people in the USA and Sweden rose gradually over the next 50 years, reaching just under 15% in 1990. The elderly people in the USA and Sweden rose gradually over the next 50 years, reaching under 15%. Now we can see that Sweden and this USA, they rose by 1990. There were 15% people aged 65 or over. Now the second paragraph, it is given, looking into the future. Now first we have stated the condition, present condition. Now we are just trending the future, how we are expressing the future. Looking into the future, a sudden increase in the percentage of elderly people is predicted for Japan, with a jump of over 17% in just 20 years from 2020 to 2040. By 2040, it is thought that around 27% of the Japanese population will be 65 years old or more, while the figure for Sweden and the USA will be slightly lower at about 25% and 23% respectively. So this way we can write. So this is the final draft of this paragraph. तो ये final draft आपका हो जाएगा. This is how we have to write this. Now this is the graph given, and we have to write all these sentences which we have already read. All these are written in a fair. Now it's a fair document that is prepared. Fair draft. It is prepared. Then one, it is given the pie chart. Now the pie chart, the chart below shows that result of a survey about what people of different age groups say makes them most happy. Now different age group people were taken, and what makes them happy, that is now surveyed. The summary summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So what makes people most happy? People under 30, people under over 30, मतलब दोनों के उसमें क्या डिफरेंस है, दोनों की हैप्पीनेस गोल्स क्या है. Now for under 30, having a good appearance 18%, traveling 15%, achievement of work 31%, other factor 14%, and doing hobbies 22%. And for above 30, financial security 20%, okay, and doing hobbies 24%, other factors just 10%, achievement at work 32%, and being with the family 14%. So this is all given. So now this pie chart illustrates the primary reasons that make people under 30 and above happy. Now overview. Now you have not to write in the fair draft, you have not to write this overview, paragraph 1, paragraph 2. No, it is simply a paragraph is to be written. This is just a making of the draft, how you can create a draft. So there are several similarities between what younger and older people say makes them most happy. There are several similarities between what younger and older people say makes them most happy, because there are some similar things. However, there are several striking differences. So there are similarities as well as differences in their thoughts. First paragraph. Firstly, let us look at the similarities. It is noticeable that for both younger and older people, the highest percentage says that achievement at work brings them more happiness. 31% of younger age group and 32% from the older group. Doing hobbies is also very important for both the groups. The second largest percentage of both age groups mention doing hobbies as making them most happy. We have to highlight the main points. We have to pick those points where we can make a comparison or we can show the similarity. Now the second one, it is given, turning now onto the differences. Many younger people regard having a good appearance as extremely important. 18% of them state this bring them most happiness. This is followed by 15% who state that travel brings them happiness. Neither of these two factors mentioned by older people. Instead, 20% of older people report that having financial security is most important to their happiness, and 14% say they feel most happy when they are with their family. So this is what the analytical paragraph is. Now this is the final draft. It is again given, the same lines are given there. These are the, now this way you have to write the final draft. You have to write like this in the exam. Now these are the two questions. Focus points are content of each paragraph, use of verbs, noun, adverbs and adjective. You have to look into that, and logical order of information in the body paragraph. It is quite easy, not very difficult. Line paragraph, vocabulary for line paragraph over the next 3 days, 3 days later, in the following 3 days, next 3 days show. So this is, all these can also be used. Some useful expression are also given which can be used sharply, has fallen sharply or reached the lowest. Again, these are all the repetitions given. Now the next one, we are given 2 questions which you have to solve yourself. This is also your assignment for this week. The line graph below shows changes in the amount and type of fast food consumed by Australian teenagers from 1975 to 2000. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Word limit is 150 to 200 words. and this is your graph. This is your graph given. Okay, you can check this graph. This is the graph. Pizza, fish and chips, hamburgers, and these are the figures given. After that, second one question is pie chart. The pie chart below shows the comparison of different kinds of energy production of France in 2 years. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So this is about the comparison of different kinds of energy productions in France in 2 years, like 1905 and 2005. 95, 29% coal, others just 4.9, nuclear 6.40, petrol 29.27, and gas use was 29.60. And now in 2005, gas is 30 to 31, it is almost same. Petrol was 29, now it is just 19%. Nuclear was 6.40, now it is 10.10. And others, they were just 4.9, and now it is 9.10%. So coal it is 30, and it was also in past it was 29.80, it is almost same. So this way you have to explain these two paragraphs. Okay, now I hope you understand. This is just, you have to first of all understand the vocabulary, all the words which I have given you, understand them, read them again and again, and after that think about these two graphs, that what you have to write in these what you have read in these pie chart or the line graph, and after that write an analytical paragraph on these two topics. Okay, so with that, thank you. We will discuss the next chapters in the next coming videos. Thank you, Vita. Thank you so much.